So today in Alabama law, in 3 minutes or less, we're going to talk about what I call the not my dope cases, which is a pretty common thing that we see. So there you are, you're riding in a car, cops pull you over, you and your friends, and there's a bag of drugs under the seat. It's not yours. Guess what? In Alabama, pretty good chance you're going to get arrested. Because the cops, well, they don't care whose drugs those are. You know, cops are like hammers. You know, a hammer knows how to nail. Well, what's a cop do? He knows how to arrest. Not much else. So most of the time, if they find drugs, even if there's, 3, 4, 5 people in the car, a lot of times they're going to arrest everybody. So Alabama law says that if those drugs are within your reach or in your control, the state can legally charge you with possession. Now, they have to prove knowing possession, but they can use those facts to claim that you did know, even if you never touched them. It's called constructive possession. It's a favorite tool. Prosecutors love constructive possession because they can link somebody with drugs, or at least try to. And so we see this in all sorts of common scenarios, one of which when I was in high school I was in myself. But you're in a car with your friends, your date, one of your buddies, whatever, they have some illegal drugs. Happened to me, fortunately. I never got pulled over by the cops. I didn't do drugs, but there was a girl in the car. She had a little cocaine. I didn't know what it was in those days. It's the 70s. But at any rate, this is a common scenario. And what happens when the cops pull over a car? Well, you're in a car with friends and one of your friends has drugs. All of a sudden, I don't know nothing about it, even if they did. So even when that happens, you're on the hook, even though you may have not even known about it. If you borrow a car, and I've seen this in my practice, girl borrows her car, her boyfriend says, "Hey, would you take my car to my friends?" Well, yeah, swell boyfriend, because the car, it was loaded with dope in the trunk. She gets stopped, she gets charged, she's arrested, accused of trafficking. She didn't know, the stuff's vacuum sealed, it's in the trunk. We eventually won, but it wasn't easy, and it was a lot of work, and she had to pay me as her lawyer. So even if you're innocent, you can get charged. Here's another kind of scenario where it ain't my drugs, but you get charged. You decide to crash at a friend's house. You're over a party with a friend. Police come crashing in with a search warrant. They find whatever, some weed or coke or meth or something under the seat of the couch. You're sitting there. You don't know. The guy next to you heard the cops come in. He shoved it under the seat. Guess what? It may not be yours. Guess who can get charged? Guess who can go to prison? You. So if you're near it, even if you had no knowledge of it, you can get roped in. So the question now is, well, how do you defend this? Well, of course, a good lawyer is going to argue that you had no knowledge that the drugs were there. They're going to try to prove that you didn't control and didn't have exclusive control over the space where the drugs were found. They're probably going to challenge if there was an unlawful search or seizure of the drugs, or the cops didn't follow procedure or whatever. There's a host of things that a lawyer will do. The more skillful the lawyer, the more tools in his toolkit. But the bottom line is that the sooner you lawyer up, in other words, keep your mouth shut, don't volunteer information, but the sooner that you're quiet and the sooner you get a lawyer, the better your chances are. What do? You contact the best lawyer you can. If you can afford a lawyer, you hire the best lawyer you can. If you can't afford a lawyer, you keep your mouth shut and you hope that the judge gives you somebody decent. Look, if you're in a legal jam here in North Alabama and you want our help here at Siegel & Siegel, just give us a call. The phone number's below. I'm attorney Andy Siegel. If you like this video and you want to be nice, if you would, give us the thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these law-related videos as they come out, please hit that subscribe button. And if you have a friend who needs to see this, please share it with them. Thank you for watching.